guys, it's Rachel, and today I am going to take you on a little crafty journey, show you a little project that I've got going on at the moment, and you might have already seen a sneak peek if you follow me on Instagram. I showed a picture of some folders that I were making because I'm just updating my sticker storage. Let me find you a nice glittery one. These ones are my favourite, the ones with the glittery folders. But yeah, I sneaked a little picture on Instagram and so many people messaged and were like, what are you making, and show us how. So basically what I am doing, this is my sticker storage. So it's just one of the boxes from the Really Useful Box company. I've had this for ages. It's a 3 litre one. And the colour is translucent pink. It comes with a lid and it does have handles on it that click across the top, but I've taken them off because I don't need them. And these sit on the top of my planner cart, which you can see in my planner cart tour if you want to see the two that I have and how I have them stored. But yeah, I had these folders in and they're just getting a bit tatty. They just need updating. Some of them are ripped. They're not particularly uniform. The colours don't go. They are just what I had when I very first started planning. And you can see that I've decided to switch to clear tabs as well instead of these. They just look a bit neater and they just look a bit better. So I thought, since you had asked, this has taken me ages and I'm doing it in stages. I thought that I would film the next time that I start doing a few of these and show you how I'm making them. So I'm just going to change that camera angle and I'll be back in a sec. So I do have a few supplies for this project. I started off by buying some cardstock from Amazon. That's the brand there. I think you say Sizex. And it's 50 pieces and it was around £13. They did do other colour packs as well. Now this is not necessary. The original card that I had, so these ones, was just a pack from Poundland and I got all those different colours in. Yeah, and it was just £1. So you don't need to use a fancy paper. You don't even need to laminate it like I am, but I just wanted them to last a little bit longer, so that's what I'm doing. So basically, I am going to get a piece of card out of here and show you how I have been sort of measuring and setting them up really. So obviously this is me and we don't do much measuring around here. But I did make myself a little template. If I could just get a piece out, I'm going to try and use the least glary card that's in here, but you did get a little sneak of what was in it. If I can just find the thing, I'll show you actually. It's a really nice paper pack actually. I've really enjoyed using it. So you've got glittery, matte, brushed metal, pearl and mirror. And I think if you go for the other colourways as well, I definitely saw silver and I definitely saw gold. I think it's the same thing. You get them in those style of finish. Those finishes would be a better way to say it. So this here, I'm sorry about the glare as well. I've tried to film this during the day and my little kiddie winker was too noisy. She thinks now that she can be in every video that I make, and this one is just not for her. I don't want her around when I'm messing about with paper trimmers and scissors and things like that. So you just have to bear with me for the glare. I'll try not to get too much. But basically, if I turn it over that way, actually it might not be as bad. So what I did was I just loosely measured a piece of card and cut it down into shape until it sort of fit in the box like that. So that's a pretty good shape. It stands out high enough and it fits to the sides as well. I did cut it a little bit smaller because I knew that I was going to laminate. Now that's not a necessary step. You could just use the card as it is. In fact, you could just fold the card and do them the original way that I did them, which would be fine with this one. But the glitter one and the rose, the brush metal and things, they would go weird at the bend, you know what I mean? It would make like a white crack. It wouldn't be very good. And also you don't need to do them double-sided. You could just cut them like this, put a tab on, and if you weren't going to be bothered about taking the folders out, so as you know from my videos, I like to take the folders out and have a look at what I've got inside. But if you were just going to sort of rifle through it like this and have a look what you've got, you could just do lots of pieces of card. And it would also save you a bit of space as well because you wouldn't be using double card. So you'd be using one, putting your stickers in, and then there'd be another one, stickers in, there'd be another one, stickers in, if you get what I mean. So I know that I'm doing it a bit of an excessive way. You might think you've made this way harder than it needs to be. But I realised that I like storing my stickers like this. I'm not about to change my sticker storage. So I'm going to do it really nicely and I'm going to do it laminated so it's going to last a bit longer. And yeah, that was my thought process. So this card, by the way, is not quite a true A4 size. It's just a bit smaller, but I'm going to trim it down anyway. But just in case anyone was going to go and buy it, thinking it was A4 size. It's not quite A4. So I'm just measuring to the top there, and we'll chop that off. And then I want to trim 2 rectangles from this size. So again, I'm not being too fussy to get it exact. Just close enough will do. I think that's good. So then we have got 1. And then it just needs a slight trim for the second piece, which is there. Right, so now you've got your 2 pieces, and these are what are going to make your folders. So I'll just put the paper trimmer to the side for a minute. I have also got a laminator, which I'll show you in a minute, and I've got these laminating pouches from Textet, I think that's how you say that. And I do have one other thing that I find quite handy as well. So you've probably seen this on my videos, and it's very, very simple, but I always have a piece of laminated white card around. It's good for leaning on when you're writing. But a use that I've found for it that is really good is when I'm laminating, the things that I'm laminating in the pouch are obviously quite floppy. So I lean my pouch on top of this piece of paper, or this piece of laminated card, or whatever it is that I've laminated. Let me just turn it around that way so I can do it properly. Right, and so what you want to do is you've got your piece of card right in to the seam, right as far as you can get it into the seam there. And that's your first piece. Then what you want to do is you're going to put the second one on, and you're going to leave a gap. So leave a gap of maybe 2 or 3 millimeters, probably 2, and then make sure that as you're pushing this down, there's no air in it. Now, if I was just to lift this up and try and get it in the laminator, it's going to flop around all over the place. The card's going to move, and it's just going to be a nightmare. So that is where my piece of card is going to come in. So I've got my laminator. I've just got a Fellows one. Or Fellows, is that Fellows? I cannot say anything today. Fellows, I think it is. This is just a laminator from Amazon. And it will have only cost me, it won't have cost me any more than £30 because I'm a little bit cheap and I wouldn't have paid any more than that. And the laminating pouches were about £10 for 100 sheets. So we're going to feed that through, and I think you can see on the camera, if I move it up, that I'm holding this up with the piece of card. It might move around a little bit still, but it's not going to move around as much as if I was trying to feed it through with just my hands. So I'm just using that to hold that up while that goes through the laminator. Now my laminator is a little bit fussy. It's quite old now, so I'm hoping that it's going to laminate properly. I might need to put it through a second time. It's looking all right, actually. I think I will be all right. So we'll let that feed through the laminator. I don't know. I think my laminator is too big to get on the screen, and it's a slow process, but we'll get there in the end. We will get there in the end. I love storing my stickers like this. It just works so well for me. I couldn't imagine having all the stickers that I have in albums. I know some people do, and that's fine. You do what works best for you. That's absolutely fine. I'm not saying you should be storing your stickers like this. I'm just saying that this is the way that I find the easiest. And because people asked, I'm going to share how I've made them. Like I said, I wasn't even sharing it as a video. I just popped a picture up on Instagram. People are like, do a video. So you have got your piece that is laminated there, your 2 pieces, and you can see we've got the gap down the middle, and if I hold it up, it naturally wants to bend in that place. So there is your folder, and it's literally as easy as that. And you can see with this one, it's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. I have got a ton of them. They all work. I am sure that not all of them are straight. Let me see what I've got here. I don't want to show the ones that will glare on the camera too much. So I've got lots of them here that I've done. And again, they naturally fold in the middle. It just makes the folders. They're not all definitely straight, you can see, but they are good enough. I'm happy with them. So the next step then, move those back over there. We want to cut them down and make sure, whoops, my blade has come out. There we go. Make sure that you are leaving enough of the laminated pouch at the edge so it's still sealed. Depends how good your laminator is as to how much of an edge you need to leave. And again on this side. And then the last edge here. because we tucked it straight to the end of the laminating pouch. The fourth edge is already sealed up and cut. So there is my folder. So what I'm going to do now, just in case I did cut any of the seal by accident, I don't think that I did, but I do it anyway, is I'm just going to feed it back through the laminator just to make sure that that is a tight seal. Whilst I'm doing that, I will get the next bits ready for this, the tabs for the next bit of the project, she says, and then can't find her piece of card. Here we go, I have got it. So for the next bit, I'm still going to be using that piece of card that I cut down. I'm just going to use this to lean on. For the next part, I'm going to make my clear tabs. Now you can see in here that these ones at the front have got the white labels on, and these ones have got the clear. And you can also see that my actual tabs are clear. Now they are actually these tabs here from Post-it. I got these on Amazon. You can get them in a smaller size as well, but they were a little bit too small, although I do use them in my planners. But for this project, I wanted this size. But you can see that they have got colour on them. So again, this is another completely unnecessary step. This is just for cosmetic reasons, but I stick it on my little piece of card there. Let's just turn this off and get rid of that. And then what I have got is a wet wipe and some nail varnish remover pads. You just use standard nail varnish remover and a cotton pad, that would still work. This one is grubby because I've been using it for the last 3 days. But yeah, it works. So it might take a little bit longer because this is an old one, but I'm going to scrub on the top of this and it will take the colour off. Because I didn't want fluorescent coloured tabs with my nice rose gold folders. So give it a scrub. You're going to find it hard to see that now, but it's still there on there. Got my wet wipe to wipe off the residue. And then you could use a tea towel or a cloth or something, but I'm a common bird and I'm just going to dry it off with my sleeve and hope you don't judge me. So next up, I have got some labels that I've made with my label maker. I just have the Dymo letter tag. This was on Amazon as well, and you get the little cartridges that go inside of it. This one's got clear transparent tape, and you can also get white tape. This was about £15 and the refills are maybe £5 a time, and they last as well. So all I've been doing might not be having much charge on it. There we go. So I just write in what I want, print it. It will come out the side here. It makes an awful noise, but you just chop it. Whoops. And there is your label. It's as easy as that. So at the beginning of week, this was full. I had lots and lots in here. But just for the sake of the video, we will just do one. Which one do I have? Where's the numbers gone? Did I pull it out already? I just want to make sure that... Oh, they're on here, aren't they? Date dots. Date dots is the last one that I used. So there's no particular order that I've been using the style of card in. I haven't been doing the glitter and then the brushed and then this and then, because what I want to do as I'm going through my storage, like during the months of using it, I might decide that some are in the wrong order. And with these tabs, it's really, really easy for you to just pull up the tab and just move it again and again. Because they're repositionable and they're on this surface, it makes it really easy. These ones that were on the card, they're exactly the same, but you can see I've put a glue dot on them because, let me try and find one that's not got a glue dot on. I think they've all got glue dots on actually. When I started, they didn't. This one doesn't. So this one doesn't have a glue dot on it, and because it's on the card, if I pull it up, it sort of rips a little bit. It's a bit messy. It's not going to do that on that laminated. It's going to be much cleaner if I want to move them around. So yeah, because I have used this card here, I won't use the same again. I'll try and find a glitter one. I don't want to use the, here's a glitter one. Yeah, I don't want to use the actual metallic one because it's like a mirror and you'll see my reflection. Nobody needs to see that. So we'll do this one. So what I've been doing, put that on top of there, get your label, which has been waiting on there for me. And then just pop it down like that. And then I need to make a decision what I'm going to put on this one. So what can I put on this one? The weekend will do. I've got a ton of these. I'm trying to order them. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. That is fine. We will go with the weekend ones. In fact, that's good because that means it needs to have a trim anyway, so I can show you that. So I just trim down my little label. Then I'm going to need my tweezers. Peel off the backing. And then just as neatly as I can, just try and stick it relatively in the middle of the tab. And then when they all sit together, you can see that they are all uniformed like this. So if I pop that back in my box, you can see there, if I tip it up, how scruffy these ones at the front looked, but already how nice and uniform and just lovely these ones at the back look. I was worried that doing the clear ones with the clear tape and just the writing on that, I would find it difficult to see what I wanted versus the ones that had the white. Now I'm quite hard of seeing, I was going to say. Is that a saying? Do you say that like you'd say quite hard of hearing? Anyway, I'm blind as a bat and I do wear glasses, but I can see them absolutely fine. And sometimes when I come over to my table and I don't have my glasses on, I've been able to see them absolutely fine. So I haven't had a problem with them. But yeah, that is my little project that I've got going on at the moment. And you guys wanted to see what I was doing. So I'm nearly there now. It has taken me ages to do this. I can't tell you how long it's taken me to do this, but I've just been doing it during the day whilst I've been watching something on Netflix and yeah, doing a little bit each day, and we're getting there. So hopefully I'll have it done soon. But I think you'll agree that it looks much neater and a bit sleeker and a bit classier. And I think that these folders, if I just show you this one, I think they're going to last quite a bit longer than these scruffy card ones. But yeah, I'll just say it again, it's not necessary to buy some special fancy paper. It's not even necessary to cut them and laminate them. You could absolutely just go to Poundland, buy the card that's £1, fold them over. The tabs are around £4.06 they were, something really weird like that. And again, you don't even need to buy the label maker. You could just use like quarter boxes and just cut them, stick them on the tabs. You don't even have to remove the was I off the camera all that time? Sorry guys. You don't even have to remove the colour off the tabs either. But yeah, I think you will agree that they look much better than they did. So I hope that this video was what you were looking for if you were one of the people that requested for me to film this. I will fill you in on how I'm getting on with it on Instagram. I'll let you know when it's done, and who knows, maybe just to be a little bit extra, I might even spray my boxes with some metallic rose gold paint. That would be an absolutely unnecessary step, but I think it would look pretty cool. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you are all safe and well. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, what am I going to say? Who knows my outro? If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you subscribe, I love you forever, and I'll see you soon. What am I like? Bye guys.